Do you see the potential of a legal slippery slope with the erosion of protections such as, the DUI exception to the Constitution, the right to trial by jury, double jeopardy, and other things that you've spoken about in your blog?
Yes, I did. I coined that term, the DUI exception to the Constitution, about 20 years ago, and it hasn't gotten any better. There's just been an unending series of decisions from the U.S. Supreme Court as well as state Supreme Courts taking away constitutional rights, and we could spend the rest of the day discussing that. There is a slippery slope, and there is a slope. And first of all, DUI is a politically incorrect crime. Along with child molesting, those are the two probably socially unacceptable, politically incorrect types of offenses. And that means that prosecutors and legislators and judges can get away with not following the rules in the Constitution easily. In fact, there's a lot of pressure on them not to if they want to get reelected.
Oh.
It is a slippery slope, partly because we are a nation of legal precedent. We're a common law nation. Our legal system is based on the British legal system, which is practiced in the former Commonwealth and colonies. The rest of the world follows the French Napoleonic code, civil code. They're different, and the primary difference is we are a nation of precedent, not statutes. We do have statutes, but we have courts that interpret them, and when they interpret it, it becomes law.
Right.
So if the Supreme Court of Alabama says it's okay not to give Miranda rights in a DUI case until after he's already in jail and after all the processes are over 3 hours or 4 hours after he's been arrested,
Right.
well, that's precedent. But it's not just precedent for DUI, and that's a slippery slope.
Right.
It's politically easy to derogate, to take away constitutional rights in a DUI case. Fine, but they're not going to use that in other areas. When a person's arrested for theft, when a person's arrested for any number of different offenses, they can now, to a considerable degree, use that precedent. And for example, when they legalized roadblocks, when the Supreme Court 5-4 decided roadblocks were okay,
Right.
and I have yet to find in the Fourth Amendment anywhere where it makes an exception for roadblocks. It doesn't.
Right.
And the Supreme Court, Justice Rehnquist admitted it. He just said, well, yeah, it is a violation of constitutional rights, but it's just a little violation. And the government has a big interest in stopping DUI. So what do they do with that? Well, after that, of course, the slippery slope, as you say, kicked in. And state law enforcement agencies started stopping people at roadblocks for drugs. For example, to search the car for drugs, to check for registration and license, for all kinds of different things. That's what happens. You set precedent, you start opening it up into other fields.
Right.